Yeah, proud of the guys. Good week. Made a big deal several months ago. We thought last week, this week, coming off our first couple games, are going to be big for our team and the seniors. And we talked about it a long time ago, and I thought the answer to the call was some good practices last week. We started sluggish and slow last week. I thought we had a really good week of prep. It's kind of neat how we did it because the academic issue, the classes and the evening classes, and we had some great prep. With Sunday, we went right into these guys, and Monday morning had a walkthrough, practice Monday night. Tuesday afternoon did another walkthrough because it was hot, practice quickly again Tuesday night. Didn't have long practices, but with the walkthroughs, I thought we had our guys' attention, had a good plan. I think the coaches had time to plan, and then the kids just went out and played a well of a game. That was good for them, good to see. We'll get a chance to catch our breath. Our opponent didn't play for next week. We're open this week, so we're playing a rested team, and we got to travel. But it is good to be 1-0. It's good to get these two, and really happy not only for the team, but most importantly, those seniors. When I got here, in that day and age where everybody leaves and everybody goes gets new guys and tells guys to leave, we asked guys to hang around and buy in if they wanted to. They did, and really just happy and talking to our team about playing for like K-Ray in his 6th year, or who else? I think Daryl Simpson's a 6-year guy, and we had several 6-year guys and 5th-year guys. So just happy to see those guys get a W. Or just play well for those guys. So good week. That was a really good win. Very fortunate. A lot of work to do, but feel very fortunate.
Felt like for the most part, you guys were in control throughout. I think they run back that kick, and people might think this one's starting to get a little tight, but you guys respond really well with a nice drive, go down the field and scored. Do you feel like that was, I wouldn't say a turning point, but a nice moment for you guys to kind of put your foot on them there?
It was good. I mean, again, the kicking has been good. We have had a couple kick returns to the field that we got to clean up, whether it be our leverage or speed or players. We've had a few kicks get out, so our kicking has been really pretty solid. That has been one of Achilles' heel, and everyone is seeing that, and they attacked it, and they made a big play there. It was nice to see the offensive guys, though, come back and score. I think that's the drive where Cardell made a big run, got it down, and then we had settled for a couple field goals. And we did have a few more field goals tonight than we'd like. We did move the ball well, but that was a good answer. It was nice. It's been games. I think we're coming together as a team. We've had games where we turned the ball over, and our defense has had to rise to the occasion. It was nice for that one, for the offense to rise to the occasion, because the defense had yet to give up a score. And you're sitting there saying, hey, it's a 14-point game or something like that. So it was or whatever it was, 16, 17, whatever. It was good for the offense, for Cardell to make that drive, for us to finish with the touchdown. I think it was Anthony Watkins bounced the one and scored.
I know a lot of the QB run game stuff is probably more read-based than called design. I'm sure there's a lot of that too, but it felt like Cardell was able to get out and get loose a little bit more tonight than we've seen. Yeah, and
I think a couple of them really were some plays sometimes that aren't true read plays, but they were committing so much to stop some of the runs. And early getting a feel for it. I'm not trying to, bringing him out of the first couple of games, it's not like I want him to sit back there and just throw it every play. Like, where are you at? I think he was 7 for 8 in the first half, which is a good start. And so we're trying to build his confidence up. And I think one of the best plays all night was, I think, the drive following the kick return. We're down there, and we called a pass play on like 3rd and 7 or 8 in the scoring zone. And they played. I thought they were going to play a little bit more aggressive. I thought we had a chance to maybe hit an over-the-top shot, a fade route or something. And they played coverage. And he stepped up and found the tailback and checked it down. Came up a yard short, had to kick a field goal. But it was a mature. That's the best play you've made since I've been here. And no one's going to notice it except me. I go, thank you. Because 2 weeks ago, I think it might have went to the other crowd. And he stepped up and found a guy. And we didn't get the first down, but it was the right decision, right play. And that was great to see. Especially in scoring zone. You won't throw that touchdown. I want to get my name in. I want to get my pictures. I want my Twitter hits, whatever. Like, he checked it down. It was great quarterback play. So he's growing as a quarterback. That's good to see. He's growing under fire. That's when that iron sharpens iron. And when it gets hot and you start molding, and he's molding in a good way. Proud of him.
Go ahead. And talk about the defense. I mean, the defense played a heck of a game. I mean, talk about what the key to stopping Temple was today.
Yeah, I mean, it was what we held them to, 24 rushing yards, which was good. They came in not running the ball that well, but they said they played some pretty good teams. It was good because you got them one-dimensional. They threw 53 passes. But to hold a team under 300 yards was really good. And offensively, we had the balance with some good run and some high percentage pass. Then we didn't have the turnovers. We created turnovers. When we talk about our plan, except for the kick getting out, that was a pretty good follow the plan of trying to play winning football, and that was good for our team to do here in Game 5.
And also you talked about the turnovers and getting off to a decent start because, your first quarters have been, problematic a lot of
Correct.
times. So no turnovers, I mean, that's got to be an incredible step.
It's good to see. I don't want to say incredible because one of our goals is none. We tell them every day that when we're playing football. So when we hand you the ball, we're handing you the game. The game's called football, and we're handing you the football. We're handing you the game. You control the game, take care of it. And that was good for Cardell. It was really great for our backs tonight because they were great with the ball. I mean, I don't think we had a ball loose. I don't think we had a ball out. So it was great ball security. It was good to see. Get a lot of things to build on. We'll come in tomorrow. We got 2 games to watch because we didn't really watch Northern Illinois. It was quick, and it was on to this one. So we got 2 games to correct, to grow, and then we can catch our breath a little bit tomorrow, Saturday. We'll start Sunday with the implementation of getting ready to play a good FAU team.
What went into Cardell finding the rhythm he found tonight?
Well, I yelled at him on the other night and told him I was never going to throw a pass again, and we're going to run it every play, so that might have been some of it. And when a couple practice plays, we threw the ball to the other jersey. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to run it every play. But I asked him for the game. I go, what do you want to do? He said, Coach, just run a couple, and then maybe get me out on the corner, and that's okay, and so I just, and we brought him in a little bit more this week to meet. Like, let's start working like a quarterback. Quit practicing like a right guard, and let's get a little extra meeting time. You got to spend a little more time on task. And again, he's growing, and the more you play, the better you get. I think they all think they understand, but they never understand. In your world, you never stand until you're under fire. First time you had to do your first interview, and you get all cotton mouth with it, right? I mean, we're all the same, and it's different. And it's nice to see him growing. He is a great kid. He's got a lot of growth. And we had Braxton this week was practicing with the ones. I felt he couldn't push and protect himself and play like he needed to. And we'll see maybe FAU, maybe with then the off, if not down the stretch. So and again, Roman had his best week of practice. So I don't need too many guys in the way. But that group's coming on. Receivers getting better. We're still a work in progress in the passing game, that's for sure.
We had Dane here tonight. Didn't even know he was on the team probably in August. I didn't.
He looks like your brother.
A little more athletic than
you guys got
my
some
brother.
traits. You guys got the same size,
Yeah.
same hair.
So how is he doing this with, if
It's a credit to him. I mean, when I got here, he was one of the few guys. There were several guys that were quality walk-on players that the guys who've been around the program said, Coach, now this guy's going to play special teams. This role, he's a pretty good player. Might not be as flashy as the other guys. And Coach Polizzi's doing a nice job with him. And Kanai's had a little bit of a not a major, I don't even know, did he go tonight? Yeah, I mean, he was back practicing and was trying to go. So he stepped into that role. It was nice to see. And again, he's had 2 good games. So good for him, good for us. We need that. And it was nice, for example, Carl Chester came in and said, what I need to play. I said, how about practicing better? Just practice better. You don't practice really good. We had a good week of practice. All of a sudden, made a couple good plays tonight. That's good. We need Nick Rimpert. Made a couple big blocks. Talking to Nick, like, Nick, I'm not mad at you. Practice better. We need you to play. We need you to step up. And it's nice to see because to be a good team and to play and win some of these games down the stretch, our 2s have got to play like 1s. And we need those guys to step up. And I appreciate we're selling that, and those guys are buying it. I appreciate that. We need that. That's good to see.
This was the first game that you recorded touchdowns in the first quarter. What do you think the key was to the strong start?
It's one thing to talk about it. We had a good week of practice. We talked again, this game's coming fast. We need to start fast. We talked about we need to get locked in. We got locked in fast. We just, we had some good work, had some good prep. Unfortunately, we just made a couple plays there. We had a really good pass with Carl. They got us going, and then what did we score on that first drive? What was the first touchdown? Shoulders on a
Corner, like a fading corner.
in a fade. Was that a fast play? A double? Second was a tempo. I'm trying to remember the first play.
It was a similar looking play.
Yeah, kind of blank on it.
Same corner, though,
Yeah.
same left corner.
Yeah, kind of blank. But it was good. Again, it's one thing to talk about. You got to do it. We had a good week of practice. I think we've gotten our team tough through the summer and preseason. So we're not like out there like killing them in practice. We're getting better, and we're emphasizing some things they need to do better. And we had some good work, and it was just good to see it come to fruition. Is that it?
How much confidence can be built? I mean, it's hard for us on the outside to have any idea where you guys were after Pine Bluff, Washington, and Oklahoma. You guys knew all along, but to go grind one out and then on a short week to be able to, have some really good things happen on both sides. Does the team just gain a lot of confidence from the last, 10
You would
days,
hope,
whatever it's been?
and that'd be our job to help that. Again, you gain confidence with your performance, and not getting off to good starts. It's hard to have confidence, and when you have the turnovers, it's hard to have good confidence. So we answered that quote in a game. Let's do it again. Coach Spurrier's father was here, had him talk to the team, and he just gave a quick little deal about when he was at Duke, and he said one of their first years, one of the guys made a player said, "Hey, Coach, we can win the championship." And Coach said, "You sure? Now let's be careful, not be telling the world this." And the guy said, "Yeah, Coach, here's the deal." And he says, "Well, if you believe we can, we can." Because he said, like it says, if you believe, anything's possible. Doesn't mean it's guaranteed. That's exactly what Coach said. Doesn't mean it's guaranteed, but it's possible. He goes, "You got a good-looking team. You got to sit there and pay attention. I watched your practice. You got a good team." And I built off that the last 24 hours. Okay, we've had a good week of practice. We had 2 good weeks of practice. We talked about it. We had a great win on the road last week. We didn't play well against 2 good teams, but we did fight. We did battle. And I think the way this week went, we got a little bit more back on task of fundamentally cleaning up and helping our guys play better. Now we got to go play. We got to walk that last plank and go play the game. And they teed it up like when those guys come out in the Ryder Cup and walk out to that first shot. They came out and walked the plank. That was awesome. And like Coach said, if you believe it's possible we can be a good team. Now we got to play well. We can do what it takes to win. But we got good players. They have bought in, and we just got to keep it. Now what we're doing right now is our strength is we need to be a good team. And that means we need to play together. And we did tonight, and when we do, we got a chance to, if we take care of the ball and can make a few plays and defense does their part, we get the kicking, we can be a very competitive, solid team.
You going to stay up for the Ryder Cup?
Is it?
12:30 this morning. Is what
It's on replays.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
It's on replays. It's on replays.
We talked earlier in the week about
It
Thursday.
does look
game.
pretty cool.
It does, doesn't it?
It does look cool now.
I wanna go.
And I'm just telling you, like those young receivers you're talking about with Coach Switzer. You don't know what it's like till you're out there, but once you're out there, and sometimes when you fail, and it's hard with these kids, they fail and everybody sees it, they start putting that psychological stress on yourself. But if you can teach these guys that through failing, they're growing and they're becoming men, that's the beautiful thing about what's going on. And that's what those guys, the greatest people in the world, are going to feel that tomorrow they play golf. And no matter who you are, that's one of the unbelievable things is when that athlete walks that plank and has to go out there and do his job. I was proud to see our guys do their job tonight.
Quickly curious, you had mentioned earlier in the week that you hadn't dealt with short weeks like this at previous stops, Thursday games, Friday games. So this is kind of the first one coming off of a Saturday game that you've had to deal with. How do you feel like you guys handled it this week? Obviously, you guys won, played well. Do you think the logistics of it went well for you guys?
And again, we didn't. Again, we're not like we're out smarting or out coaching. And the main thing is kind of what works here. So the first thing was I felt we had to go straight to the next game. So we showed 20 minutes, 30 minutes of last game. Okay, we got to go on. We showed things we did well and why we won. We also showed some things if we keep doing, we're not going to win tonight if we keep doing this. So stop these defensive kick, but keep doing this. This is why you won. And then we went straight to those guys. Had a really good walk through that. And I think offensively, we got about 65 plays of walk through. And the deal was, do you really know what you're doing now? Because we just played a game within 24 hours, and now you're on to the next one. Typically, you're not doing that till sometimes Tuesday. Well, now we're doing it Sunday night, and you don't want it to be wasted work. So we came in Monday morning because of our class schedule, had 30 minutes of walkthrough from 7 to 7:30. They went to class. We came back that night, practiced from 8:30 to 10. And that's what we had. I think we finished about 10:10. But we couldn't get started at 8:30 because we got these night classes. But because we had a walkthrough, now in the afternoon, all the guys didn't have practice. We had over 100 plays to watch from walkthrough. So we're kind of, okay, do you see this? You see this blitz? Do you see this coverage? Do you see this route? Do you see this formation? Here's what they're doing. Well, then Tuesday, it was so gosh darn hot. I said, if we go out in the afternoon, we got to be ready by 2 o'clock. We didn't get off the field till, I didn't get off. And not that we're working late. By the time you got off the field and showered, it's 11 o'clock Monday night. I said, hey, guys, I'm not jacking you here as far as your time. Let's come in Tuesday afternoon for 2 hours and watch this practice and talk about third downs, and let's practice Tuesday night again. And went under the lights. It was cool like it was tonight. We had 2 great short practices, but we knew what we were doing. And I never would have planned it, but the way our school is academically, it forced me to do that. I think it was the best thing that happened. And it wasn't like, I think we just flat out stumbled into it. And we had great preparation. The kids had great work. We had great teaching off of that. Then we had 2 really good practices. Yesterday, we stole 30 minutes of walkthrough. And today, we stole another 30 minutes that were a little bit more than normal. So we knew what we were doing. The kids bought in, had a heck of a week, and that was a good win for our program.
One last question, Scott.
Monday, you talked about how big of an opportunity tonight was for your program with the spotlight being on you on ESPN. Do you like how you guys kind of took advantage took advantage of the spotlight tonight?
It was good. I appreciate, I think our conference commissioner with his TV ties done a great job this year with some of the leagues. There's some openings where our league has gotten marketed into some of these ESPN games. Had a chance yesterday. I know Coach Mullen real well. They did a nice little blurb deal. They did a little recruiting deal. It's called All Access Tulsa. They're talking about their tradition. It's a great little thing on YouTube. Google it up, hit it up. He said, hey, we've been doing this. It's all. He said, hey, how can we help sell you guys? Like he asked me yesterday, like, hey, what? I go, hey, it's a great city. It's a phenomenal school and a beautiful place. We have had a boatload of great teams throughout the years, and we got a chance to be a good team here. And there's just a lot of things in place. It's a great time to be here. We're excited to be here. So I appreciate those guys, and I appreciate our conference giving us a chance to be here tonight. It was good to answer the call. Have a good weekend.
Thanks, Coach. Good. Appreciate it.